Hey you guys, Lacey and Steve from Duo Reacts. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching
The Haunting of Bly Manor, Season 1, Episode 9, The Beast
in the Jungle.
In the Jungle.
Again, with an interesting name for an episode that I don't know how it plays into
Or
the
ties
episode.
into Edinburgh.
Into Edinburgh. But the last episode that we watched, the name was very confusing for us when we first went in, but was made very clear by the end of it. So
Very clear. Very clear. And, I was just chatting with Craig, not chatting, but texting. People said they were divided on episode 8, and I'm going to be honest, it was my favorite episode. So there's that.
I thought it was a great episode too. It just tied everything together.
To each their own. I thought it was well written and put together real nice because I kind of wanted to know what the history of this place was. That perplexed me for a long time. That did it.
And that answered all your questions in regards to the history and what.
Yeah,
why Bly is the way it is.
None of the main characters really played any sort of role in this.
Right.
It was all
it was all centered around Viola and her life and what happened.
And you can kind of go any way with her. I could see people feeling sorry for her. I could feel some people
not liking her.
I mean,
that
death was the best solution, and maybe, she was an evil presence all during that in her ways of approaching. But I could see people being divided on that character.
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely felt like I had that, I felt sorry for her based on everything she was going through. She couldn't be with her husband. She couldn't be with her child. And she was made basically to feel like a burden to everybody around her.
I think that was created to kind of create the controversy on the character itself. Yeah. Whether you like it or hate it. It was a character in this and well written.
And then with the sister and, her wanting to open the chest so that they can save their house in Bly Manor, and the husband refusing. I think we were kind of divided on that as well. I mean,
you kind of felt that should have been left to the daughter. And I was like, in the now, and... it does put that divide where me and Lacey, if we disagree on something, we're not going to call it square. We're going to have our own opinions on it.
Right.
We may agree 75% of the time or 80%, but there's going to be that 20% or so that
it's about,
we just kind of see it different,
Sometimes, and it's about, meeting in the middle sometimes with certain things.
How Lacey's brain works, for instance, it's like, a device.
It's a device, yeah.
Yeah, it's a device. And mine's more, I see it the way I see it, and I play it in my head the way I play it, and it plays differently for her. So
it plays differently for me because I look at multiple different things.
I look at the correct things.
And I weigh things. I weigh things in my head, and I look at, extenuating circumstances or like all kind, like, I don't know. I've got a very analytical brain.
Yeah, so. It's anal, all right. Political.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I'm really curious to see how this is wrapped up. We got the story all along. 8 was about the history or the everything before.
Yeah.
Now it all comes together. They drew it up that way, and that's where we're at. We're left with
how does
Dani and chokehold.
How does Dani in the chokehold reach a conclusion? Yeah. Does she go into the lake? Does something help her? Does she get out of it? Like, there's so many different ways it could go.
And the mystery behind Flora and Miles. I'm curious to see how they finish
their storyline.
Their story, yeah. And
because we're made to believe at this point that Miles is a lost cause, that it's too late for him. So what does that mean?
Or is there a shocker that
Miles is just Peter now, like for good? Like,
or is there a shocker written into this that flips the script? You know what I'm saying?
Something that we might not even be thinking of. Exactly. I don't know, but
That would be interesting. That'd be interesting. Probably you don't want to go there.
Oh gosh, I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a well-written show. I don't think anyone, unless you've been on the set and know the script itself, can dial it in. Maybe there is people that can.
I have no predictions, or I have no idea of where this could be going from here. Let's do it.
I'm dead. I want to help them.
But you can't.
No.
And why is that?
I'm slipping away, Owen. I can feel it even now, and I don't want to slip away. Right here, this moment. What a curious and charming man I thought. Oh, it had been so long I'd forgotten that feeling, but I looked at you and I almost forgot myself for a moment. God knows I tried not to think of you. Very hard, but thinking about the places we would go, wherever to leave Bly, where we'd settle, I would think that I would very much like to spend the rest of my days with you. Listening to your dreadful puns. I loved you, Owen.
What do you think of this situation? How do you see it?
I should have told
What,
you.
Hannah?
More so.
I don't know, Owen. Yeah, I don't know. He's still alive.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm asking.
I prefer it here.
You must help me out there.
you must help
You must
me out
help.
there.
If only if I don't know where I'll go afterwards.
Be brave in death, Hannah. We both know you're not so selfish to remain hidden in a memory.
She's just continuing on.
Let her go. Now. Stop.
Just walked right through her. Okay.
Her legs are.
But her arm's still moving. Oh, because she's...
Please, let her go.
Why, so she can take you?
Please.
She thinks it's her daughter. She's gonna take her into the lake with her. She thinks she's singing, but she's just grudging it. She's gonna take her into the lake.
Boy, she made a quick trip.
That was a quick trip.
Who that? Oh.
They can't.
I gave you
I'm assuming.
freedom, and you're letting it drown.
Who's this?
Oh, it's Unc.
Uncle Henry!
Put her down.
Uncle Henry!
Put her down now.
Yeah, woman with no face.
Put her down.
Yep, you're going too.
I guess you're going too.
Feel the power of the force.
Is Uncle Henry... Yep, Uncle Henry's dead. She killed him. Immediately. I wonder why she didn't kill Dani immediately.
Who'd this be?
Oh.
Oh.
Jamie and Owen. Why are you guys back? Yeah,
Is that Henry's car?
that's a bad sign.
Better get down to the lake.
Yep. Flora, scream.
The lake. They need you at the lake.
Yep, they need you at the lake.
You won't feel it. I'll feel it for you. I'll just tuck you away one last time. Go ahead, love. You let me handle this part. Get me in.
It's you. It's me. It's us.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Mummy.
There, my darling. It's all right. It's all right. Owen, go.
Owen tried to breathe life into Henry, who hovered between life and death. Soon Flora would find herself dream-hopping endlessly at Bly, and it would have all gone that way had not the au pair, in that critical moment, said what she said. Something she did not entirely understand, but something she felt. In her bones, she had to try.
It's you. It's me. It's us.
What?
Why did that make her turn around? Is Dani gonna let her somehow control her or something? Oh, okay.
What the shit?
Not sure what the shit. But that's her opening herself up to...
Do you feel that? When he checks the well, please tell Owen I'm sorry. Tell him I love him. And the rest, well, it's just...
I'm so sorry, Miles.
And now she's somehow holding Flora?
The au pair invited Viola into herself, and the invitation had been accepted.
So now the au
In that
pair...
instant, the spell
Does that mean she's not Dani anymore? That she's Viola?
I don't know where she is.
It was assumed she died accidentally in an unfortunate stumble. After the housekeeper's body was taken from the well, some in the village said that the cook rode with her all the way to the coroner, and there he insisted on cleaning her himself, the greatest of care. He stayed at her side until she was buried, and he loved her the whole way. I'm told, and I believe, that he loves her still.
Now that's
You're
what
done
I'm
up here. I got distracted. Sorry? I hope you.
What's on?
I don't know.
You
Dani.
don't feel like yourself?
I feel her in here. So quiet, so quiet. She's in here. And this part of her that's in here, it isn't peaceful. It's quiet, but it's rage. And I have this feeling like I'm walking through this jungle. And I can't really see anything except the path in front of me.
And
But I
she's
know
the beast in the jungle?
there's this angry, empty, lonely beast. It's watching me, matching my movements. It's waiting.
For what?
She's waiting. At some point, she's gonna take me.
Your company. While you wait for your beast in the jungle.
I don't know how I will ever thank you.
Yeah. For taking on the beast.
The days turned to months, the months to more, and before the au pair knew it, a year had passed. A trip around the sun. Have something for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A moonflower?
Is that a moonflower?
Yeah. I've got a problem. Or rather, we've got a problem, Poppins.
Oh, no.
You see, I'm not sick of you. At all.
I'm not sick of you.
I'm actually pretty in love with you, it turns out.
It's gonna happen at like the worst time, right?
1 year became 2.
Okay.
And from 2, it spread into an endless time.
The
5
beast
years
is
would pass.
biding
5
its
years
time.
would pass.
Uh-oh. It's almost time, apparently.
The numbers.
Well, there's your problem. Your roots.
What's that?
A ring? What is
Dani,
this?
why is there...
Here's the thing, and I don't know how much time we have left, but however much it is, I'm gonna spend it with you. And I know we can't technically get married, but I also don't really care. We can wear the rings and we'll know. That's enough for me. If it's enough for you.
I reckon that's enough for me. To Hannah.
To Hannah.
Simply splendid.
Perfectly splendid.
To Hannah. Where's Flora and Miles? I know.
With Uncle Henry in America.
Check in every now and again.
Flora's boyfriend.
Flora's got a boyfriend.
Christ. Fully.
17, so it's been 9 years.
Their
Wow.
body's so they don't remember anything about it.
What? Nothing. So they've just forgotten it all.
Well, they know they used to stay at Bly when they were children. The details, the specific moments, the fear of it all that we were so afraid would infect the rest of their lives has just faded away.
Do you think Henry will tell them?
Would you?
Would
I mean,
you?
by the signs of it, they're thriving.
Jesus!
How are they going to wrap this all
What
up?
happened?
I don't know.
What did you see?
You saw her in a coffee pot, too.
You've been seeing her for a while now.
We have so many more years. We'll keep an eye on it, and it'll be fine.
You're hoping for something you're not going to get.
She's just trying to be positive,
Yeah, I know.
but
I know.
to try and calm her down.
I'm being realistic, Lacey.
I know.
Our union is officially civil.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why is water?
You know, she's in a tub.
Mm-hmm.
Dani. Dani. It's okay.
She's losing it, man. I wake and I walk. That seemed too close. Is she gonna leave?
Yeah, she's going to have to.
She almost
If
killed
she has
her.
the inner struggle, I mean...
She gonna go back to Bly.
And she could not risk the most important thing. Her most important person.
Makes sense. And let me guess.
And so the gardener
She's back at
found
Bly?
herself back.
Oh. She went to Bly? No, I think Dani's there, though. For sure. She, like, going in to see if she's in the lake?
The gardener said the words she'd heard with everything she had. You, me, us. Take me with you, she cried in her heart. Drag me down like you did the others. But the lady in the lake was different now. The lady in the lake was also Dani. And Dani wouldn't. Dani would never. In fact, no one would ever be taken again. And no one has been taken to this day.
Why did I figure she'd be here at the end like this? Somewhat.
For the rest of her days, the gardener would gaze into reflections, hoping to see her face. Her own lady in the lake. She'd leave a door open at night, just a crack, should she ever come back, waiting for her lover to return. Years would go by. The au pair's memories would fade, like Viola before her. The details, the specific moments would all fade away. She will merely walk the grounds of Bly for all of her days. I'm sorry.
They're like, what?
I told you. I expect if you were to fly to England, you would find no such place by that name. If you were to find the manor, though, perhaps you'd see her. Though no way to know when she's awake or asleep.
Christ, is that the time? Let's get some rest.
So it's not called Bly Manor anymore.
I think I'll stay here a moment.
You okay?
Perfect. Just enjoying
Flora?
the fire.
Perfectly
I
splendid.
love you.
Love you so. You said it was a ghost story. It isn't.
No?
It's a love story.
Same thing, really.
It's Dani.
More than I ever thought I could love anybody. I don't know what's happening.
That's her.
I'm a mess.
That's fucking her.
You shouldn't be thinking of losing each other at all.
Look in the eyes.
Don't let that hang over your
Dani's
happiness
not
right now.
British, though. She was
Enjoy
American.
Lacey's-
You know, it's funny. I thought you might be making it up just off that name.
That name?
Then I figured, how could you know that? It's a funny coincidence, I suppose. My middle name is Flora.
Is that right?
Broken into
Oh. Miles and Owen. Laura and Henry, I presume. Yep.
Seems like every time I try to you won't give up on.
It's Jamie.
I shall be.
It's not Dani, it's Jamie.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. I think that when Jamie got there,
Wait a minute.
she said, you, me, us. And Dani went into her. Or, I'm sorry. That's what I'm thinking.
Seems like every time I try to all comes down to me. Don't give up on me. I shall be.
That's Jamie. That's just Jamie. Okay. It's not Dani. Because she's still waiting for Dani to come back to her. But Dani is at Bly. roaming the halls, but won't ever hurt anybody.
Honestly, you won't give up on me.
Is her hand on her shoulder?
I think what we're going to do with this on the discussion is we need to have like a Haunting of Bly Manor ender talk.
Oh, like a discussion?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was definitely thrown through some loops there at the very end in regards to, was it
you, me, us, or you?
Yeah, so I'm in between right now because Jamie was waiting for Dani to return and all that, but so that part, the end, makes me think that it's just still Jamie, but then wouldn't it make sense that
could it be
that
you,
it's
me,
that it's both
us
of
together, meaning it was
just like how
Dani and
just like how Viola, I forgot her name, so just like Viola was inside Dani, right? But she had all that rage, so that was going to come out at some point, but she was always there, right? That's kind of what I feel like happened with Dani and Jamie. But then the very end kind of threw me through a loop, because why would she still be opening the door waiting for, you know? So that part's kind of like, it's not as clear as I'd like it to be.
I like the story. I like where it went. I know that was Flora at the end. I feel like you're right in some ways, and I feel it's Dani. I saw it in the eyes, big time. Very much. It was very, at first I was like, who you're telling us,
But then it showed that it was Jamie. It showed that it was Jamie, though.
I know. But they were talking about, I know what you're saying.
Right.
But they were talking about how Miles and Flora don't remember anything of the past.
Yeah, they don't remember
this would be
anything.
a way to incorporate her into the story.
Yeah, that she wants to see her get married,
but
she doesn't remember Jamie. Not really.
So overall, what did you think of the series?
Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I mean, that last episode left me kind of like...
I'm a little shocked you're not...
I don't know why.
Concrete.
I don't know why. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just Jamie. And that...
Don't feel bad. It's not... You may be 100% absolutely correct. I feel like there's a little bit more. But then they were
showing the water. Like, she was looking in the water.
Like
Dani did. Like, waiting to see if she could see
door.
Dani's face. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, maybe it is. You know what I mean?
I think it is. I really do. I'm almost 100% confident. She was going to be there one way or another. That's why... But I don't think it left enough for me to feel confident to say a 100% that I feel like I'm...
I think we need to hear what other people have to say.
Interpretations.
Different interpretations so that we can put our own picture or puzzle pieces together, I guess.
Still a puzzle to me.
Yeah.
On that last episode. I was expecting an absolute concrete, written in the stone.
Concrete.
Written in the floor.
Right. Exactly.
But
I feel like they left it a little bit open to go either way. Like, that's how I feel, but I could have misinterpreted something.
Did any of you rewatch? Did any of you...
And maybe I missed something.
Or did you get it on the first try? Let's have a discussion.
Yeah.
I need that for closure on this. So anyone that's a Bly Manor fan that follows this channel, that has followed us on this journey, but I think there's other things that could have
I don't feel like I'm 100%. But...
That's cool. I kind of like that you're not.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us and this whole series with us. Please leave a like on this video. Leave your comments and questions down below. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Share the video and squish that bell. And we hope you guys all have an amazing and awesome day.
Hope amazing happens to you. Until next time, peace out.